including the PDPIC?
Yeah, I only have PDPIC time, and then they said I should put in the PDPIC time in the multi-underline PIC time, and my total PIC time is gonna be that. Yeah, 2.
Well, text Blake and figure out what Blake says. Because I'm just going straight by what the regulation says, because the regulation doesn't specify PDPIC, whereas for the commercial ones, they do say the words performing the duties of PIC. That's my understanding would be no. Because if they wanted PDPIC time to count, why wouldn't they just put?
Because they assume you log your PIC as yes. So they say log.
I would wait for Mr. Blake to come back. Let's go to Google, logging PDPIC time. I'm sure there's probably an AC on there. Maybe not. Oh, logging pipe and fan time. There you go. It's on an FAA website. Why do they have this giant document, but they use half the page to write it? Seriously.
Stupid.
What the hell?
It's not good at work. Yeah, this is campus time.
I try to stay away from websites like Reddit or any forum, which is fine.
Well,
If they give me
you see the conversation.
no, that's fine. But if they give me a regulation that states it, then I know it's correct. Because otherwise, it's no different.
But we saw already the regulation, so.
Which part?
6151 E logging PIC flight time.
6151.
E, then you go 1, then you go 4, the row number.
Okay, 6151 E, logging pilot command time. Okay.
Then 1, then 4.
When the pilot performs the duty of so why do they go so far to separate it and say performing the PIC for commercial, but they don't separate it for anything else?
Logging pilot command flight time.
Let's see, 2008. You're working on MEI, aren't you?
Nope.
Damn it. You're useless. Get out.
It's not the first time someone said that today. Look out. Yes, it does.
Yeah, and the B is exactly what
Yes. Anybody available? Any available?
Yeah, what it says that when the pilot performs the duties of pilot in command while under the supervision of the
I have
pilot.
this moment now?
Yeah, this moment, because I know you guys both in class. So
Yeah, maybe Mike. Maybe someone who teach.
It's a reimbursement. So some kids asking for reimbursement after failure. Are we allowed to do that?
Wow.
Right. He failed his written test, and then he's asking for reimbursement after the 390s and he just like to go the questions. So have you done that before?
Hey, we can do that, but to enforce that's responsibility on us. So I wouldn't say any random instructor would go go ahead
Like
and
any,
re-course the student without
schools,
checking what's wrong with that.
Yeah,
That
and not.
So Mike
multi-engine
can't be the
PIC
person that
time
you're
is just
contacting
for
because he
the
has
IR
nothing to do
and
today.
then
Okay.
I should fly.
I'll go back here. I'll get to some broad
13
schedule.
point something for
You know, if
the
he's-
NEI,
it's not working, pick it up.
because PIC
Yes,
is
sir.
not PIC. So I have a PIC time 1 point something because of the chain ride. So yeah, it's a PIC, it's not PIC. It's just for the aircraft.
So this is a letter of interpretation by the FAA. Now see. What was that regulation again? 61, 51, E 1 1. Oh wait, no, E 1 4. Okay. Let's go back to this one.
Yeah. Below that, it says the commercial
or airline transfer pilots or holds.
So,
Yeah, holds, commercial and.
okay, so both A and B need to be meet to be
Yeah,
able to
four.
work.
A and B falls under, yeah, four.
So we can.
Yeah, you can have,
Sorry, say it again.
yeah, under the four, there is, yeah, two conditions. So A says you should hold commercial or airline transfer pilot.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, I should have read on.
Oh, but for there is a student pilot may log PIC time. When the student pilot is the only occupant or is performing the duty of pilot in command. Oh, never mind, it's for the.
Is this regulated?
Never mind, it's for, but it's for aircraft need more than one crew flight crew member.
So simply that means like if I have a
I mean,
commercial.
yeah, and going straight by, going straight by this letter of interpretation from the FAA, if we read this part over here, your second question concerns how the pilot performing the duties of PIC, which is an authorized instructor, may log flight time. Because this flight time is a substitute for solo flight time, the pilot does not receive an instruction, therefore cannot log the time log time. The pilot can log the time to meet the requirements of 61, 129A4 and log total flight time. Section 61.51E prescribes the requirements for logging PIC time. The pilot could log PIC time under 61.51E1, whatever one, if the pilot has a private pilot certificate with the appropriate ratings for the aircraft. Otherwise, the pilot cannot log PIC time. We assume Mr. Khan's question concerns 61.129A4, which prescribes the aeronautical experience requirements for commercial pilot airplane single-engine rating. Nevertheless, similar predicate requirements exist for commercial pilot airplane multi-engine rating under 61.129B4, commercial helicopters. So I think as it says over here, and well, what it says over there as well, if the pilot has a private pilot certificate with the appropriate ratings for the aircraft, they could log PIC time. Otherwise, the pilot cannot log PIC time. So it wouldn't be logged as PIC.
Yeah.
So that's so weird, but.
And I mean, this is an official letter from the FAA explaining the regulations. So it would be what you would go with. So yeah, no.
So what does that mean? The one like in E4, when the pilot performs the duties of pilot in command while under the supervision of qualified pilot in command provided. And number
So the
A
pilot
says.
performing the duties of PIC holds a commercial or airline transport pilot certificate and aircraft rating that is appropriate to the category and class of aircraft being flown, if a class rating is appropriate. And B, the pilot performing the duties of PIC is undergoing approved pilot. So my guess would be like, for example, when you go to an airline and they put you in their full motion simulators to teach you how to be a captain for Boeing 737, for example. Because you have an ATP certificate with the category and class of multi-engine man, and so yeah, if you have an ATP certificate for ATP multi-engine land, you could then log that PIC time because you have the certificate, number one, and number two, you are undergoing ground and flight training for PIC, for piloting command and training. And therefore you could log that. I think that's my understanding of what this regulation would be for. But since as a student pilot or private pilot, you're going for multi-engine commercial, you cannot log it. My guess.
It's still in the air.
Yeah, I don't know why the IACRA, because for all the other previous check rides that I have done, I have never logged maybe I have. How did you guys log PDPIC for your IACRA? Did you include it, do you remember? For those of you that have done commercial multi?
I have my multi-check ride, but I have no PDPIC hours because I have only.
Oh, because it's multi-engine add-on.
Yeah.
So multi-engine add-on.
This doesn't matter.
There's
So
no
simply you.
There's no separate column.
column,
for
yeah.
PDPIC.
I was just looking and there was not.
I know that. And maybe you just maybe for IACRA you just included
PIC, yeah.
the PIC with your single engine PIC and total it. But for your actual logbook, you wouldn't total PIC and PIC. So they're two separate things.
So I want to know something. I can't understand. For me, like when I'm doing the add-on, multi-engine add-on, I can log PIC until I get the rating, right?
Correct. Or if you have private multi-engine.
So I log it.
You just log it as dual time.
PDPIC.
No.
No,
It'll just be dual time. You don't need PDPIC for multi-engine add-on. So it would just be dual and total time. I mean, you could log it as PDPIC. There's nothing saying that you
But
can't.
it's not
It's just
required.
not required for the way I remember for my logbook, what I did for PDPIC is I would circle it. So for like in the PIC column, anytime I log PDPIC, I would circle that number. So
I think there's always empty column.
or if you have empty columns, you could put a separate column for PDPIC. If you have an extra column, depending on the logbook.
But it's all included in the
Follow-up time.
Yes, the time, so yeah, I have to map it or something.
Or just keep it and hope nobody finds out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you already passed the check ride and SK didn't say anything,
Yeah, I did as well.
and Heidi didn't say anything, so you can just say, well, the examiner never said anything, so.
It happens.
I mean, it does happen. So if it's happened to you, it's probably happened to other students over here.
Just don't try to understand.
Yeah.
But I've texted
Just leave
Blake.
it alone.
I've texted Blake, and we'll see what Blake says about the MEI. But my understanding would be because the MEI 15R thing says PIC and does not say all performing the duties of PIC, it kind of is required to be PIC.
I know some EPs though, they like flip the page, like any page, and they take it online, and like Dave Covell did that to me on my commercial single. He was like, alright, explain how you log this time, just to see if I know if I'm logging time properly.
But what if it was like 10 years ago? No, maybe not 10 years, but like 10 months ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember what flight I did 10 months ago.
It was like,
Oh,
how do
wait.
you log, why do you log cross country time?
Nope,
Like,
that's my wife. Never mind. So a text message, and I was like, oh, Blake got back to me very quickly today.
I saw Blake walking out of the school when I was coming in.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, he may be doing that.
He was going to the car park at the.
Maybe
hotel
wishing he
place.
had not accepted the job. I don't know. But he'll get back to me tonight, and I'll tell you tomorrow, whatever. But that's my understanding. So as for now, we'll just go with that. Looking at the FAA's letter of interpretation that said, if you had a private pilot rating, then you can log the PIC. But if you don't, then no PIC can be logged. And judging by how the regulation for multi-engine says, sorry, for MEI says 15 hours PIC and does not say 15 hours PIC or performing the duties of PIC, my assumption would be, you need the full 15. Unless, the only exception to that could be if Hillsborough's 141 MEI course doesn't require it, in which case you're fine. But if Hillsborough's 141 MEI course does require it, then you kind of have to do it that way.
The 15 hours or?
Because remember, all these regulations are 61, but 141 schools have different R requirements. So I don't know if that affects. I wonder if I can pull that up on.
Yeah, you can
Syllabus,
get it
yeah.
from the side.
Yeah.
Because this current one that we're doing is 25 hours if you complete it 141.
The ground?
No, the CFI flight.
Yeah, the CFI flight is like 25, but if you complete it earlier, Hillsborough just changes it to